she'll be right, mate.
She'll be right, or will she?
Okay.
Every day, someone somewhere in New Zealand is saying, she'll be right. You've probably said it yourself. Just leave it there, she'll be right. Don't worry about it, she'll be right. But last year there were 18,410 ACC claims for injuries in the workplace, usually because someone thought, she'll be right. 35 of those people were so seriously injured that they will never fully recover, and 60 of them resulted in death. So the chances of you being hurt at work are pretty high. I'm going to introduce you to 4 friends who work and play together. Their workplace is like many New Zealand workplaces. It might remind you of your workplace. More importantly, I'd like you to think about what you're about to see and how it applies to you. Pete, Susan, Tom, Charlie. You're going to help them spot hazards around their workplace, remove the hazards and avoid the injury. Lifting requires a lot of muscle work. This means overloading of the tissues and joints, particularly the knees, arms, shoulders, wrists, back, and ankles. She'll be right. Charlie is a strong guy. He can lift this on his own. Or can he? How can Charlie avoid doing himself injury? After all, a neck or back strain could result in severe pain for some time.
Give him a go, Charlie.
This type of injury can affect more than just your work. How could he avoid this? Should he split the load into smaller loads and move them one at a time?
All right. Hey, yes, please. Ready?
Or should he get someone to help him with the load? Or maybe there's something that can do the lifting for him. Or maybe he doesn't need to lift it at all. So, what's the correct answer? Well, the truth is, all of these are the correct answer. As you can see, there are many ways to avoid an injury when handling heavy loads, but there's one sure way of getting an injury. It might seem like common sense, but when you're busy sometimes you can forget. Or maybe it just seems like too much trouble. Just remember, reduce the load and reduce the risk. Loads can be hazardous in other ways too. She'll be right, eh, Pete? Yeah, it's just a few things being put in storage. No worries. Can you spot what Pete's doing wrong here? Well, pretty much everything. He's creating a new obstacle course of hazards. Pete's just stuck these boxes in here, lodging them tightly together. But he's failed to ensure that these boxes are securely on the top shelves and hasn't thought about how to get them out again. And the floor area is cluttered. She'll be right, eh, Pete? See what happens when Pete needs to get something from this room again. Straining his body like this could hurt Pete and seriously limit the things he can do in the future. Think about how things are stored around your workplace. Pete could have avoided his injury simply by taking care when stacking and storing and keeping the floor area clear. When you stack or store a load, always think about how easy it will be to get it back out again. That's more like it, Pete. Some loads can be deceptive. Take these drums, for instance. They contain liquid. Charlie knows this, but Tom doesn't. Tom can easily lift them on his own. However, the liquid inside means the weight of these drums can shift unpredictably. How could Tom have avoided this fall? In fact, this could have been avoided not because of something Tom did, but because of something Charlie didn't do. He should have made sure that these drums were properly labelled so Tom would know about the unpredictable nature of the load. If you're moving something, know what's in it first. Fluids, sacks of shifting contents, or unstable loads. They can all need extra muscle effort just to control them, or something that may be very cold or very hot.
Cup of tea?
No, thanks.
You might think you're able to lift something, but does that mean you can carry it? There are different ways to tackle different loads. You can repack it, making it lighter to carry.
Where you go?
G'day.
Oh, g'day.
You can label it so you'll know exactly what is in it.
Go on.
Cheers, Sue. Big one's on the bottom.
Yep.
Little one's on the top.
Got that.
Few gaps there, Chief.
Cool.
You can rearrange it, making the unstable load stable.
Looks good.
Or simply take a safe approach to shifting it.
Yep.
These solutions all might seem like common sense, but what if Tom had just thought she'll be right? In 2001, 3,561 people made ACC claims for injuries relating to lifting, carrying and straining. Many of them required intensive therapy to get them back to work. All it can take is a system of labelling and a few seconds to think about the best way to shift a load. Remember, the results could weigh you down for a lifetime. Know your load. Whenever you're handling a load, whether you're using equipment or moving it by yourself, there's one thing you should always look out for.
Sorry, Susie, sorry.
Can you see what Pete's doing wrong here? Well, neither can Pete. Never shift something that obscures your view, so you can't see where you're going. There are lots of different and simple ways to avoid this problem. For starters, Pete can reorganize the load and split it up so he can see. Or he could just get some help. Simple, right, Pete?
Well, it's not always that simple. A worker in Christchurch carrying a fridge dropped it on his shins. No big deal? With extensive soft tissue damage, blood poisoning, skin loss, dressings every day and 3 days in hospital, he didn't think so. The scarring and pain will be ongoing. She'll be right. Not likely. Imagine how an injury from something as simple as carrying a heavy load incorrectly could affect you.
You'd think avoiding a slip would be pretty easy. In 2001, many people took a trip that put them out of action for months. And what caused it? Remember this?
Oh, whoa. Whoa. Oh. She'll be right, mate. We'll clean it up in a minute. Okay.
The only way she'll be right is if they take care of the spill and then Susie won't have her spill. If a spill or leak happens, take care of it straight away. So firstly, you can clean it up.
Whoa.
Or cover it up. Well, maybe not quite like that, Pete. That's more like it, Pete. Sometimes a leak can be the cause of the problem. If you see a leaking tap, pipe or container, what should you do? Just ignore it? Someone else will look after that. It's not your job, right, Charlie? Wrong. All you need to do is tell someone who will do something about it.
Comfy there, Charles.
Fantastic.
A clean, dry surface is a safe surface. If there's a floor in your workplace that is always wet, then talk to someone about putting in a drain. And always check that drains are clear of leaves or rubbish. Or you can talk to your boss about getting a non-slip surface. And if you can't make the surface non-slip, then why not make yourself non-slip? A surface doesn't have to be wet to be unsafe, like a step, a cluttered area, or an uneven surface. If you've noticed something that's causing near misses like this mess, report it as a hazard, because sooner or later it's going to cause someone a serious injury. Don't let that injury happen. In 2001, there were 2,593 ACC claims for fractures and dislocations in the workplace. Don't let this happen to you, because one little slip or trip could put you out for the whole season.
And it could be even worse, like the machine worker in Auckland who fractured her right wrist and sprained her elbow when she slipped at work. She'll be right. She certainly wasn't. Not with her arm in plaster for 6 weeks and then 6 weeks physio. How would this affect you? Imagine not being able to drive a car or dress, eat or sleep comfortably. She won't be fit for 3 months and she'll have elbow aggravation and muscle wasting.
In 1999, 14 deaths resulted from a fall. In 2001, there were at least 3,733 falls. She'll be right? Doesn't sound like it, does it? Before you work at a height, any height, plan it out. Step back, take just 5 minutes and think about what you're about to do. First, never work alone and avoid rushing the job.
Need a hand, Pete?
Yeah, thanks, Susie.
Check your ladder and make sure it's safe.
Oh, hold on, we'll just check it. Go.
Secure the ladder.
Oh, could you put your feet down the bottom?
Or get someone to help you secure it.
Thanks.
When you're climbing a ladder, always have 3 points of contact. Never overreach. And never work higher than 2 steps from the top of the ladder.
Oh, that looks high. You right there, Pete?
Remember, select the appropriate ladder for the job. Simple. If this seems like too much trouble,
You okay up there?
just imagine what could happen if you don't follow these rules.
Take this case, for example. A fall from a height at work left a worker from Napier with fractured legs, pelvis and ankles. And that's not all. Hospitalisation was required for his internal injuries, as was ankle surgery. He could drive for 8 weeks, and when he did return to work 3 months later, he had to be retrained. She'll be right. Not for this worker.
We've seen some of the ways to avoid the most common injuries in the workplace. It is also important to know your emergency procedures, including emergency exits, the location of fire extinguishers, and your first aid kit. It's right over there, Charlie. There. That's all, folks. Remember, the rules to avoid an injury in your workplace are simple. So it doesn't matter who you are, where you work, or how easy or simple tasks seem. Serious injuries can and do happen. And remember, she'll be right doesn't always mean she'll be right. Think safe.